Thanks for watching. This clip was from our live video exclusively on odds.com. To see the whole video, click the link below. Get paid in full. Alrighty, let's move on to the final game during the week. Friday night, 7:30 p.m. East Carolina at number 7th ranked Cincinnati. Again, after we're finished with this game, we're moving the show exclusively to odds.com. That's where you can find us, odds.com. I'll pop the link in the stream, but that will be the only place to find us. East Carolina, 1-5, 1-4 in the American, and Cincinnati, 6-0, 4-0 in the American. We have Cincinnati 27 or 27.5 point favorites, depending on where you shop, in this total at 56 or 56.5. East Carolina coming off their third straight loss, 38-21 at home versus Tulane. East Carolina allowing an average of 37.2 points per game. Undefeated Cincinnati coming in off that 38-10 win at home over Houston. They are averaging 39.3 points per game while allowing just 11.7. East Carolina's run defense is very weak. So East Carolina's run defense allowing 217.2 yards per game, and Cincinnati rushes for 238.5 yards per game. They get more yards on the ground than they do through the air. So East Carolina is in trouble. Why don't we get CMac to get us started here? East Carolina, Cincinnati.
Yeah, I was with Cincy last week. I think this is too big a number, though. I mean, I looked at this game a lot. I'd get it now. It's at 27.5 if you really like Cincinnati. It's kind of a flat spot. Cincy's defense is good, but I could see a backdoor cover here or something in this game. And because I was looking at this this morning, and I'm laying off it. I've made a lot off Cincy this year. I don't know if this is the spot. Maybe they keep rolling. I just don't want to lay the wood here.
What is your first instinct on the total, CMac, at 56.5?
I don't really have one because Cincy's defense is good. Like they got a solid defense. Like that 38-10, that's the game they want to play. But I don't know. It just seems like a flat spot. I mean, I could kind of roll under, but I could see this sneaking over maybe with some late touchdowns. I don't know. It's just because it's a little fishy, so I'm off it.
All right, let's move over to John Ryan, East Carolina, Cincinnati.
Well, it seems like an inflated number, especially when strength of schedule has actually been tougher for East Carolina than Cincinnati. It's hard to figure out if Cincinnati is a top 10 team, and again, it's because of our COVID pandemic season. They kicked the crap out of Houston, and I was surprised by that final score. Maybe not the 28-point differential, but the fact that they held Houston to 10 and then shut them out in the second half. I do believe they shut them out in the second half. Yeah. Whatever the case may be, that defense is much better than I thought just a few days ago. And as you mentioned, East Carolina can't stop the run to save their lives right now. And much like Cincinnati did in that second half, they're going to not make mistakes. They're not going to throw interceptions and give any team a chance to come back, especially one that's explosive like Houston. East Carolina is not that type of team. Can I lay 27 points on this game? That's where I have to pass. I just can't lay it. As Connor said, Cincinnati's been on a roll, but all these rolls do come to an end. And sometimes we unfortunately get on the roll when it ends. I think it's better not to bet this game than to bet it.
Interesting. Let's hear what Noli Knows has to say. East Carolina, Cincinnati, Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, when you look at Cincinnati, I think it's crazy to see they win 38-10 and they move from number 6 to number 7. I thought that was crazy to see, and their defense has been lights out. That's been their strong point even from last year. Coming into this year, the big difference when you look at their last few games, their last 3 specifically, is the play by Ritter. He's been changing. He's been playing much better, and they get a lot of yards through the ground because of him. He's a mobile quarterback, and he's been playing a lot better and holding on to the ball and not turning it over as much. Against South Florida, they kind of took him to the side, had a talking to him. He had 3 turnovers in that game, and since then he's been tearing it up. And the defense, I think, is proven. They were able to shut down SMU, Memphis. You talk a Memphis team that averages over 500 yards per game, 33 points a game, and they hold them down to just 10. The defense is for real. And here, this is a tough ask for East Carolina to come in here and try to stop them. East Carolina defense that gives it up, 460 yards a game. This is a tough ask for Cincinnati. The one part that we're talking about when you're trying to lay this many points is what Connor Mack trying to alluded to a little bit. They got UCF coming up after this game. Maybe a look ahead spot for Cincinnati. That'd be tough, but I mean, nothing for me is going to tell me to take East Carolina, though. No way. Cincinnati's rolling. They got a lot to prove. I think they'll be mad that they moved down. Maybe a first half play for me, but yeah, I don't know yet. I don't know, but I like what I like. I like what I see out of Cincinnati, man. I like that defense, and I like that the way they play.
Yeah, Cincinnati playing good football. Well, that is all of the midweek action. We got best bets for the action from the guys. Noli on Toledo money line at plus 120. John Ryan on Buffalo Bulls minus 9.5, and CMac on Kent State minus 20.5.